In this video, we'll be showing you an example of how to solve a system of linear equations by graphing. And we'll start off with the following example. If we are interested in finding when y equals x plus 1 and when y equals 3x minus 1 intersect, we have a couple of possible options in the past. Algebraically, we could set the two equations equal to each other and solve using traditional methods. And I picked a fairly simple example here just to make it easy on us. We would subtract x from both sides and add 1 to both sides and have 2 is equal to x, and therefore 1 is equal to x. And we could then substitute back in if we wish to solve for y. Another possibility is to use our calculator and to come over here and in y equals make y1 equal to x plus 1, and in y2 we will put in 3x minus 1, and then we'll set ourselves a nice window, and I've chosen again a fairly easy one to start with, so we'll pick a standard zoom, and on the window we can see the two lines intersect very nicely. And we're going to use the power of the calculator in two different ways to think about how we might do this. The first is to use the second trace function, which gives us the option number 5 of intersect. And the question the calculator will ask us is, what are the two equations you wish to find the intersection for? And the first curve it's asking us, is y1 what we would like? And the answer is yes, and so we press enter. And then it asks, what is the second curve? And there's our second curve. That is indeed the one we want. And we say yes again. And then the calculator asks us for a guess, and there is no perfect way to do this with two lines cursor slightly towards the intersection point. That's obvious. In a more complicated scenario with quadratics and so forth, you might have 3 or 4 intersection points, and it's quite important that you cursor near the one that you're most interested in. And when you have your guess all set to go, you press enter, and the calculator gives the intersection point of x equals 1 and y equals 2, which we can confirm that had we plugged in 1, we would have y equals 3 times 1 minus 1, or y equals 2. So we would have had an intersection point at x equals 1 and y equals 2. And that's our first example using the calculator.